feel like I've always been very business oriented, and both my parents are entrepreneurs, so I feel like from a young age I was inspired by them to pave my path. And also I've always been investing over the years, and I've been wanting to do more in the business space, and I feel like my career has taken a natural evolution to doing more in this space, like hosting business conferences and also working with different VCs. So yeah, I'm excited to do more in this space. I feel like I've been a global citizen, and I've been lucky enough to live in so many different countries and meet so many different people from different backgrounds. And it's really taught me to be able to work with different people from different cultures, and also being able to speak 5 languages. I feel like I can understand a lot of the cultural norms that you might not be able to get from Google Translate. So yeah, I feel like I'm able to use those skills and those experiences and even my network to translate it into the things I'm doing in the business world. I feel like I've taken so many risks and actually bet on so many things that have actually shaped me and my career. There's so many, like when I turned 18 and I moved to Hong Kong by myself, and just to get into the modeling industry there, and that took me to Tokyo and Paris and New York, and actually all these places, like I ventured there by myself. And a lot of these places actually I've never been to, like New York was my first time in the US. And from there, also taking risks like booking a one-way ticket to LA because I wanted to also further my acting. And all of these things seem risky in the moment, and I feel like a lot of people only say they will do it or they dream to do it, but I actually put that into action and I took the risk to do them. And honestly, I don't know if I'd be here right now if I didn't take those risks. So I'm really proud of that. I think there wasn't one moment that I knew that my skills and my experiences and everything could translate, but I just felt like I had learned so many of those kind of skills, soft skills, people skills, also my experience with my career so far, and also the network that I've gained and the people I've met, the relationships that I have all managed to quite nicely fit together into the things I'm doing in business and in VC. There's this quote that I love that says, "Innovation is useless if it never leaves the lab." And I feel like I've met so many different innovators and even researchers, scientists, and different people through hosting these kind of events like Reassembly. And if people like maybe me per se or others who have some sort of influence or cultural power, I think that being able to spotlight and amplify these sort of sustainable innovations could really help, because a lot of the general public might not know about this. And it's really hard for them to know if we don't share about it and speak about it. So that's something that I think could be very beneficial for everyone. There's not like one project, because I feel like I'm working on a lot of different projects at the same time. But something that I've been really excited about, and a space that I've been finding myself more and more invested in, is wellness and longevity. Although it's a bit of a buzzword right now, and I feel like more and more people are talking about it, I really do believe in the long-term vision of how it affects everyone. The research that's coming out of this space is so exciting, and so I find myself excited about being in this space more. Some people feel like creative leaders don't belong in the boardroom, but I feel like creatives think outside of the box. They help to think differently, and they're more unorthodox, and they're also able to spot cultural movements or cultural phenomena before it actually shows up in the numbers. So I feel like having them on your team can actually be very beneficial. Between a creator who invests and an investor who creates, I feel like I'll always be a bit of both. Unless I become a billionaire overnight, and then maybe I'll be an investor who creates. But no, I just feel like both come quite naturally to me. I'm interested in both, except maybe whichever allows me to make the most impact. The hardest skill to unlearn was, as someone who's in the entertainment industry, modeling, acting, is I always feel the pressure to portray perfection, and I am inherently a bit of a perfectionist. So I feel like I've had to unlearn that a little bit and to open up to connecting more vulnerably. That is actually also what allows you to connect to people in that business way too. People want to see you potentially with your flaws and with your failures. But one of the traits that I've kept and has actually helped me a lot as well is that I'm very detail oriented. Whether it's one hair out of place, one button that's broken, all these little details have also helped me, and I've translated into this kind of detail oriented personality, and also being able to read between the lines and read people. So that's something I've kept. My advice to young women, if they want to grow and further their career, is to not be afraid to take risks. I feel like taking risks and betting on myself is also what's gotten me to where I am today. Also, with my background in modeling and acting, I feel like there are many times where we don't really have a lot of control. We're waiting to be hired or waiting to be chosen. So being proactive and doing the things that you do have control over, whether it's building a social media presence and a personal brand, or maybe building a business and growing from there. I feel like when you do have that decision-making power over your own career and you can make those choices while also aligning with your values, you can shape your own career the best way that you possibly can.